Lecture number 7, Development of Special Food Products. Special food preservation and strengthening of people's health is the most important task of any civilized state. Long before the emergence of the science of nutrition, philosophers and doctors directly linked it to the diet of human health. At present, it has been scientifically established that the health of a nation depends only 8 to 12% on the healthcare system, while socioeconomic conditions including that determine the state of health by 52 to 55%. Here, as you can see, eating disorders include first, excessive consumption of animal fats, which leads to an increase in the number of people with various forms of obesity and overweight. Second one, lack of polyunsaturated fatty acids and lack of complete animal proteins, deficiency of vitamins groups B, A, and C. Third one is a deficiency of minerals, especially calcium, iron, magnesium, iodine, and selenium. Among the reasons for insufficient intake of macro and micronutrients factors such as monotony, or in other words, monotony of the diet, which means that a person consumes a standard set of several main food groups and ready meals. Second one is increasing the consumption of refined, high-calorie, but poor in vitamins and minerals foods such as white flour, bread, pasta, confectionery, sugar, and so on. Third one is increase in the diet of the share of products subjected to canning, long-term storage, intensive technological processing. Fourth one is includes concentrated and reconstituted juice, preserved jams, in which most of the vitamins are lost. And fifth one, the use of intensive methods of growing plants and animals, which leads to a change in their chemical composition, including a decrease in the content of biologically active components. It is possible to solve the indicate problems by increasing the density of the diet, since this leads to an increase in the amount of calories consumed, which is unacceptable with insufficient physical activity and the physical inactivity. Therefore, it is necessary to develop and master new technologies and formulation of food products. One of the fastest growing segments of the pharmaceutical market is mixtures of specialty and medical nutrition. Recently, the importance of nutritional support as a therapeutic factor has been proven by a number of scientific studies. Diet imbalance also contributes to low purchasing power of the population, low level of food culture, including the lack of knowledge among the majority of the population about the benefits of individual food components. And the last one is bad eating habits, for example, excessive consumption of fatty food, smoked food, and fast food. And the main indications for the introduction of special foods into the diet as the sole source of nutrients and energy, or as a dietary supplement, are protein energy deficiency not compensated by a usual diet or dietary nutrition. Organic lesions of the digestive tract impairing in the intake of the required amount of nutrients. Disorders of the central nervous system, coma, cerebrovascular stroke of Parkinson's disease, as a result of which a violation of the nutritional status develops. Radiation and chemotherapy for oncological diseases. Diseases for the gastrointestinal tract, Crohn's disease, malabsorption syndrome, short bowel syndrome, chronic pancreatitis, ulcerative colitis, diseases of the liver and the biliary tract. Pre- and the post-therapeutic period. Pre- and the post-operative period, physical and emotional overload, occupational hazard, extreme conditions, trauma, burns, acute poisoning, infectious diseases, mental disorders, psychiatric anorexia, severe depression, inability of refusal to eat, acute and chronic radiation injuries, tuberculosis, and the last is renal failure, including patient on the dialysis therapy, and the liver failure. About 50 nutritional products allowed today for special food nutrients. The main parameters for choosing a nutrient mixture are protein quality. Recently, cow's milk whey proteins in combination with high purity caseinates have been favored. Carbohydrate component, usually there are maltodextrins, dietary fibers are often introduced, and fatty component, mandatory content of medium chain triglycerides as well as natural vegetable oils. The presence in the mixture of such nutraceuticals as arginine, glutamine, antioxidants with specific properties. The mixture shouldn't contain gluten, lactose, purines, cholesterol. Mixtures are divided into balanced, standard, hypercaloric, semi-elemental, immunomodulatory, metabologically oriented. A feature of the current stage of development of the internal nutrition market is active development of a metabiologically oriented group of nutritional mixtures. Thus, in previous years of bulk of market in terms of money accounted for standard mixtures, at the moment the market growth is mainly due to the segment of hypercaloric, immunomodulatory, metabiologically oriented mixtures. Significant and promising are the segments of metabiologically oriented diets for patients with diabetes mellitus, as well as patients with renal insufficiency, including dialysis therapy and in the interdialysis period. Another market trend is the emergence of a number of new metabiologically oriented formulas, such as nutritional formulas for tuberculosis patients. Specialized products. Specialized products are designed to ensure the normal functioning of the body in condition of increased or reduced demand for certain nutrients and energy. A number of new specialized food products and diets have been developed for the nutrition of certain groups of the population. For example, for athletes, children of various age, pregnant and lactating women, various professional groups of workers, employees, scientists, students, and so on. In many cases, the diet of a modern person, as a rule, includes food products of a complex prescription composition. There is a need to develop the production of biologically valuable food products based on the integrated use of raw materials and reduce their losses. New specialized food products require the search for new source of protein raw materials. So in the production of meat products, there is a wide possibility of using proteins of milk, blood, isolated and concentrates of vegetable protein, their structured form, and the complex use of proteins of animal and vegetable origin. It is important to note the use of non-traditional protein source in the future: seafood, cotton, alfalfa, and the Russian beans, protein of microbiological origin. In addition, there was a new need for the creation and production of food flavors, flavor improves, and the dyes to ensure high organoleptic characteristics. The production of new specialized food products has led to the development of applied biotechnology. On the basis of traditional biotechnological processes, production of fermented milk products, cheeses, raw smoked meats, dry cured sausage, beer, and so on, the most effective results can be obtained from the use of immobilized enzymes, the use of non-traditional microorganisms, as well as the development of genetic engineering. Enrichment of food products with vitamins, minerals, other essential nutrients also led to the creation and production of new specialized nutritional products. Food products for special purpose must meet the following basic requirements: be safe for the health of the consumer, have a high nutritional value depending on the destination, have an attractive presentation and aesthetic design indicating special science and information about the quality of the product, the direction of its use. Such special purpose products are dietary, therapeutic, and the treatment and the prophylactic products. Dietary food products are intended for people suffering from certain diseases. Dietary products shouldn't prevent the exacerbation of these diseases, help metabolize the body's defenses. The level of fortification of dietary products with nutrients should be based on the recommendation of health authorities and monitored by government services. The manufacture of dietary products requires a special technology that determines the direction of the action. Depending on the type of disease, dietary products may contain protective components or exclude certain nutrients from their composition. Protein mineral fortify is made on the basis of high-grade proteins, blood, and the skimmed milk. It contains a low content of purine bases, a high content of minerals. Used for diseases of the gastrointestinal tract, liver, iron deficiency, anemia. Milk protein is a food product of skimmed milk processing, contains calcium and phosphorus in an optimal ratio. In terms of protein content, it is inferior to meat, fish, and eggs. Used in the treatment of obese patients, passed from krill or ocean, for example, contains high quality protein, vitamin B, minerals. They include in the diet of people with diseases of the gastrointestinal tract with obesity as a prevention of dental caries in children and adults. And butter, for example, pear, a mixture of milk fat and a krill pasta in ratio of 1 to 1. The level of protein complete in amino acid consumption 7%. Used to normalize liver function, Bilin, for example, is a combined product that includes low-fat calcium cottage cheese, cod vegetable oils. Its composition includes a balanced set of amino acids, polyunsaturated fatty acid, and vitamin. For example, for the obesity, seafood, a kind of protein, vitamins, minerals composition, including scallops, seaweed, and squid. Okay, here you find references from this lecture, and thank you for your attention.